I've been to Bowen Creek recently, last week actually, and this week I'm doing Innisartan. So there's I used to run, well, okay. Morning traffic. So 2006 to present, Innisartan has been a part of my running loop, and this loop I'm gonna walk a hill that, this is the hill if I had a favorite hill to run. Have a favorite hill, it's this one, but it's changed a little bit, so in terms of vegetation. So this is Innisartan. So I'd run this way and then turn and go up the hill. So we're gonna go, this is to present as applicable, but was one of my most, it was a weekday run loop. It was like 4 to 5.5 miles. And so I'd run this hill, and I loved running this hill. It's a nice hill. I don't struggle with uphill like a lot of people do in running and walking. I also don't just sprint up the hill as fast as I can. I also don't sprint down hills as fast as I can. So here's it's always had a narrow shoulder. It's a little bit overgrown right now, but I'd run on this side. On the left side, because traffic's on the right side. Some basic road running etiquette. And want to run on the side of the road if you can, where traffic is coming at you. Hi, Squirrely! Hi. So the traffic can see you as they're approaching, so the right be coming this way. And this is it's really a perfect uphill for running because the road is smooth. There's trees, which was nice, is nice. I find trees are nice in summer months or when it's sunny, because it'd be like running up this hill and there'd be shade, so, and up to that point be a lot of sun, so the uphill wouldn't feel so bad because it's cooler. It's not as hot, and the grade isn't so bad, in terms of running legs. It feels not too different on my muscles than flat ground. Feels a bit, I have asthma, so I do feel it in my lungs. I have asthma, so I'm not gonna go sprinting uphill. We might go up approximately. So the hill ends right up here. So I'd run up this hill and then over the top and down, and it's kind of a slight decline and then a steeper decline. And when I run hills, I don't just let loose. I actually approach it like I'm running on flat ground. So that means I control my gait, versus if somebody just goes downhill as fast as they can. They kind of let loose, so to speak, and just let gravity do the work. I don't do that. I control my leg movement, which means I go slower. But I don't want to slip. Even now it's damp. And I choose to walk / run up these hills, this hill specifically, as opposed to downhill, to maintain that road etiquette of like, that car just passed me, but like I can't see them coming. So, and the shoulder is wider on this side of the road, so there's a trade-off there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go uphill. And I like this hill going uphill, and I like this uphill. One thing I look at, I'll see if I can get, so if you don't like rapid movements in a jostling camera, maybe don't watch, but something to watch on running down hills, I'll do like some really slow steps, but like, you wanna make sure your foot doesn't turn out like this. You wanna keep your toes pointed straight forward. And so a lot of the people I've seen who go really fast down hills, they kind of just like, not only do they not control their legs or like run downhill, they let their feet turn out, and if your foot turns out, it turns the knee out and can actually result in injury. So when I say I run down hills and I'm slower at it than flat ground, it's because I'm working on form and I'm controlling my movements like I do on flat ground. And I do that for uphill as well, which actually translates to flat ground in like a track setting rather nicely. But there are a lot of, not a lot, I've encountered some track runners who are like, if I run on the road, I just want to run flat and downhill because I just want to like coast on the downhill, and I don't do the coasting on the downhill. I'm like, all right, if anything's gonna hurt, I'll find out on that first flat to downhill transition. Yeah, like yesterday, my first step was like, my left hamstrings were like, ooh la la, this hurts. And I was like, what the heck did I do now? But yeah, so toes pointed forwards if you want to minimize the risk of injury, which if you, kind of thing. So, which I do because I want to keep running and walking, exercising. So, I don't want to put unnecessary damage on my body that I can just counteract with, or not counteract, prevent by running with my feet pointed forward. No. I couldn't ever do that downhill gait either, where they kind of turn their toes out and just kind of coast down the hill. I couldn't. I was like, my knees don't even bend that way. So I could never figure out the fast mode of downhill because I chose to stay in control of my forward movement. Yes. Classical runner, as well as a classical breaststroke swimmer. All right, and so that one is, I've walked it. And it was one of the uphill where I kind of learned uphill run and how to treat it and fine tune it. But 2006 to present as applicable, but I did use it more so in 2020 and 2021 of my recent push, but it was one of my heaviest used routes back in the 2006 to 2012 push. Because I live in Innisarden, and it's in Innisarden, so I was just like, how far can I go in Innisarden without actually leaving Innisarden? And so that's, yeah. Happy walking and talking. Thursday, 31 August 2023. It's still August. Happy August.